Hi everyone, we're Rombi, and today we're reviewing Archer Mira. She is the archer from the Revenge Batch 1, and I'm really excited to get her. She's the character that I've been trying to roll for, and guess what? I got her! I spent like 1,250 jewels on this batch, so... Okay.
At least you got a lot of characters from it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Archer Mira is the most coveted out of the batch, having the highest ranking. She holds an S rank in Japan right now, and an 8.5 out of 10 on game with. So right now she is the best archer in our game, and she will be for a decent amount of time.
Right, unless, I imagine that the speed up releases makes her not the best archer for the long time that was in Japan, but we'll see. Anyway, she looks pretty cool. She's really different without her really long dress, but she's still really cute. Look at her art. Yee. Anyway, so her leader skill moderately lowers party members' SP costs, which is really nice because it covers your entire party instead of like the ones where like, oh, I'm just going to increase defender type or increase archer type or whatever.
So her first action skill is called Goetic Plasma.
I feel like it's Goetic.
Goetic?
I'm sure it's supposed to mean Gothic, but I don't know.
But yeah, it deals damage to the enemy, and it will also recover health per hit. And I think it recovers 2.5% of the damage that you dealt. So it shoots out like a spinny ball thing, and it's really slow moving, and it will recover your health.
Yeah, I think it stops at the end, but we'll see when we actually try. It also costs 22 SP, which is actually really cheap. I would spam this skill as much as I can because, it heals your health, and since Archer's so squishy, sounds good to me. Her second skill is called Devil's Judgement, which I think is spelled incorrectly.
Maybe. But yeah, so it costs 45 SP, and it will deal lightning damage, and it does a lot of damage, and it also has a really long range. I think it shoots out 8 lightning shots.
I think it shoots out 9.
9?
No, you're right. 8. It shoots out 8 lightning shocks, and it auto targets, so it's super easy to use. So you don't have to be like making sure that you're aiming at somebody, and it also changes targets if you kill somebody.
Yeah. So moving on to her passives, her first passive is SP plus 15%, which is always great because you can spam more skills. Her second passive, no fatal blows at HP over 10%,
which is fantastic for archers.
Yeah, because archers are really squishy. And on top of that, Mira also has the HP heal from her first skill, so it helps keep her alive.
Mm-hmm. And her final passive is Charge Skill Boost plus 200%. And what this does is when you're charging the 1, 2, 3 charge, and then you release with a skill, and that's when you swipe in either directions, up or up.
Up or left, up or right, or down, depending on if you have a
which
weapon
skill you're wanting to use.
Yeah.
It increases the attack damage by 200%.
Which is a lot of damage, especially since skills already have an increase in damage.
Right.
Compared to your regular attack.
Right.
So it is mainly because of this passive skill that makes her so strong.
I think it's like a combination of the fact that she has such a great passive skill and the fact that she can heal herself, which is relatively
the survivability.
Which is unlike most archers that are out nowadays. And that just makes her fantastic. Less squishy than she normally would be, and more damage dealing than she normally would be.
Okay, so let's test her out. We will be doing a different stage this time. We will be doing the hard mode of the gate in this
Machinery Island,
which
which is called Amazing Catcher Tank, which that sounds hilarious. Does Catcher actually turn into a tank in this version?
Don't think so. But yeah, we were doing this one just because her damage is too high to really show nicely on the easy stage in Barla Castle.
Okay. So I'm going to run around a little bit and make sure I have actually a sizable mob. And we're going to go ahead and show her first skill without the charge and the second skill. Her second skill without the charge and the second skill with the charge. So here's the second skill without the charge.
It does around 300 to 400 damage.
Mm-hmm.
And then let's
1, 2,
charge
3.
it up and then do it again. And it does around 1,300, 1,000. Oh, it went 1,890 on the gate. But then the gate doesn't have any defense, so.
Right. So that's really nice.
So you can see that there's a really high increase in damage that she can do with her charge.
And to be honest, if you're using archers, you should be charging anyway, just for the stun.
Especially
sort of.
since you're really far away most of the time, so that you don't really have to worry as much about getting hit.
Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and try the second skill as soon as I can get them in the line. Or first skill.
So this is the first skill, and you can see that she's regenerating HP for every hit that the orb does.
Right.
And it doesn't stop at the end.
Oh, it doesn't stop. It just continues to go. So I think... Oops.
But also, because it does 2.5x... Or 2.5% recovery of your attack damage. If you charge it, you will receive a higher percent of HP. Not percent. You will receive more HP back because you're dealing more damage.
Which is really nice. Oh, man. The only complaint I really have about her is that it really takes a long time to use her skills, especially with a charge.
Yeah, because you need to actually charge it up before she can do her maximum amount of damage.
Right, and then, oh dear.
We're going to run out of time.
That's fine.
Oh well.
And that's the biggest thing. It's relatively difficult to use her when, oh well. It's relatively difficult to use her because if you're going from a fencer or a brawler, which I usually go from, the time difference between using her skill and actually being able to do damage really throws me off. So I wouldn't super suggest her for new players. I think any player who is really used to playing archers or maybe warriors, even lancers.
Or maybe if you came from the Japanese version, because the swipe skill was a very common feature, or it is the skill feature in the Japanese version, and you're used to doing that, it would be pretty easy to switch over here.
Right, but if you're not super used to it, I think Mira is just a relatively difficult character to use. I mean, she survives really nicely.
I mean, you can use her without doing the charge, but then you're not utilizing her to her fullest potential.
Yeah. So that's Mira. I mean, I like her. Her art's pretty, her skills are really cool, and it's a really new thing what she's doing.
And she does a lot of damage. So she definitely deserves her ranking as the best archer in our game right now.
So yeah, that's Mira. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye!